tap the subscribe button for more videos.
The easiest way to stamp salon-style nails just doubled in coolness. New Go Glam Nail Salon.
I'm Giselle.
I'm Evangeline.
And I'm Mercedes, and we're Gem Sisters. You can style your mani and your pedi with cute new colors and patterns, plus a dryer.
We're gonna show you how.
Let's do this. Here's everything you get in the kit. 1 nail stamper, 5 pattern pods, 2 polishes, 1 top coat, and an instruction sheet. Before doing your mani-pedi, there are a couple of important things you gotta do. First, put together your stamper. This part can be tricky, so ask a grown-up to help you. Attach the top pieces and push firmly until you hear them click together. Then, attach the top part to the bottom part by pushing down firmly until they've snapped together. Don't forget to add 4 AAA batteries. Make sure your nails are a good length, like this. They should also be polish-free, clean, and dry. Pick your polish color and give it a good shake. You can only use a Go Glam polish for a Go Glam mani-pedi. Pick your pattern pod. Check your pod to make sure the pattern tape is flat. If it isn't, try popping the pod in the stamper and stamping once.
They have a butterfly stamp, so I'm definitely gonna use this.
I'm looking at this one, the leopard one, and it's rainbow, so it's perfect.
I'm going a mix between stars and cute puppies.
Before you paint your nails, you have to pop in your pattern pod. Just pick it up by the tab and push it in gently until you feel it click. If you want to pop out your pod, even when your nails are tacky, press the eject button with your thumb. Hot tip, don't press until your nail is ready to be stamped because you'll waste the pattern. Let's do our manicure first. When you pull the brush out, make sure to wipe the excess polish off on the edge of the bottle. Paint a thin layer of polish and make sure it goes on smoothly. Don't gloop it on thickly. Put the cap back on so the polish doesn't dry out. Use the dryer to dry your nails for 5 minutes. Just flip the switch to turn it on and place your nails under the dryer, like this. It can be hard to dry your thumb at the same time as your fingers, so move your hand around to give your thumb dry time too. If you don't use the dryer, don't wander around your house while your nails are drying because bits of dust and stuff might stick to them. Don't do it outside either. After 5 minutes, your nails should be a little tacky. Go Glam polish doesn't dry to be completely hard, so don't touch them. Dry time may be longer if it's humid. Try letting your nails dry for 5 more minutes. Hot tip, totally finish your mani on one hand before you do the other hand. It's tricky painting and stamping when your nails are wet. There are a couple things you've got to do before stamping. Place the stamper on a hard, flat surface, like a sturdy table. Make sure this little purple part, the finger rest, is attached to your stamper. Let's get stamping. Start with the easiest finger, your index. Keep your palm flat on the table and your finger firmly flat on top of the finger rest. Make sure the pad of your finger is in the center of the little rest circle. Don't lift up your hand like this or your finger like this. It'll mess up the stamp. To stamp your fingers, press down firmly and let go quickly. So cool. If you press softly, the nail won't get completely covered by the pattern. And if you hold it down too long, it will be sticky and harder to release. The easiest way to stamp your thumb is to move the stamper to the edge of the table and hold your hand like this. If you stamp your thumb the way you stamp your fingers, it would only cover the side of the nail. The last step is applying the top coat. First, paint 1 thin layer and dry it for 3 minutes. Then paint another thin layer and dry that for 3 as well.
All Gem Sisters, put your hands in.
Woo!
To complete your total glam look, style your pedicure too. Pedis are trickier than manis, so it's a good idea to get help from a grown-up. Hot tip 1. Finish one foot entirely before you start on the next foot so you don't smudge your pedi. Hot tip 2. If you have pretty tiny nails, a tiny pattern, like the polka dots, will work best. Follow exact same steps you did for your mani, except place the stamper on the floor, not a table. Remove the finger rest. It's for fingers, not toes. This is the best way to sit to make sure you can see your toes. Position them properly to be able to stamp firmly. To properly position your foot, lift up the top of the stamper so you can see your toes. This is important because we can't feel with our toes the same way we can feel with our fingers. So we really need to rely on looking at our toes while we get them into position. Slide the toe you want to stamp on the toe rest and make sure the pad of your toe is in the center of the rest circle. Hot tip, you can carefully use your fingers to pick up your toe and position it properly. Once your toe is in place, be super careful not to wiggle it. Or move your foot while you tilt the top of the stamper back down. Then stamp. Press firmly and release quickly. Make sure your toe isn't moving at all. Toes are trickier than fingers, so if the pattern doesn't cover your full toenail, try stamping the same toe one more time. Top coat, dry, ta-da! A super pretty pedi and a mani to match. It's super important that the tape in your pattern pod is always flat. If it looks like this, you gotta fix it. First, try popping the pod in the stamper and stamping once. If that doesn't work, pop out the pod, put a pencil in the side with the sticker, and turn the pencil clockwise until the tape is flat. Nice! If your pod doesn't pop out, try pressing the eject button. If that doesn't work, stamp once, then press and hold the eject button while pulling out the pattern pod by the tab. Each pattern pod has 25 nails worth of stamps in it. To check if you're close to running out, look for this yellow line on the side of the pod with the sticker. If you run out while stamping, it won't stamp your nail properly, or the pod will feel weirdly stuck in the stamper. If it's stuck, try the tips mentioned a few seconds ago. Sometimes your nails won't look perfect. Here are different ways to fix that. If the pattern isn't stamped on the sides of your nail, try pressing harder. If the top or bottom of your nail isn't getting stamped, move your finger forwards or backwards in the finger or toe rest groove until you find the perfect place. If your polish gets smudged or leaves a mark on the pattern tape, it probably wasn't dry enough yet, or it was too thick. Dry your nails for 5 minutes, then test another nail. Did your pattern pod not stamp anything? Press it once without your finger, then try again.
Now you got super cute salon style nails.
Like that.
We love you.
Bye!
Watch another video below.